Hi, hey there. Hi everyone. How's it going? Just going to wait for a little bit longer. My name's Naomi Judge. I'm a naturopath and nutritionist in Sydney, and I specialise in weight. I've got my notepad here today to take notes because I'm always forgetting the questions. So when I go, so I thought, oh, I'll write down the questions today so I don't forget any next time. But if you don't know me, my name's Naomi Judge. I'm a naturopath and a nutritionist, and I specialise in weight loss and hormone balancing. So I look at weight loss holistically. So I look at lifestyle, I look at diet, I look at hormones, I look at all of those kind of things, your mindset and how it impacts weight. So I do a Q&A, so you can ask me anything about weight. And today I thought, for the last few sessions, I think last time I focused on smoothie, making a perfect smoothie. Before that, I concentrated a little bit on cravings, and then before that, I can't remember. But this time I thought, depending on what your questions were, I know we did have a question from someone about breakfast, the perfect breakfast actually for muscle gain. So I could kind of talk about that, but I think what I did last time is I actually asked you to have a look at maybe Tim Ferriss, because Tim Ferriss has some really cool breakfast ideas for weight gain in terms of building muscle. And building muscle is one of the first things you need to do when it comes to weight loss, because muscle is thermogenic, so muscle will burn fat in the body. And one of the breakfasts that Tim talks about is actually using a little bit of legumes with some protein like bacon or something like that, accompanied by egg. And so that's kind of the muscle building breakfast, but I can go into that a little bit more if that's important. But today I thought I would talk about sleep. So really the importance of sleep and what sleep is for weight loss. So if you've got any questions, I'll introduce myself again. Thanks for all the hearts, guys. Thanks for all the likes. Really appreciate your support over the last few weeks. I run this Q&A session every Wednesday. It's a weight loss Q&A, so you can ask me anything you want about weight loss. I'll try and answer the question. If I think it's a really cool question, I might write the question down and actually do a whole Q&A session on it. So I will go into it in depth. So thank you so much. Ask me anything you want about weight loss. And thanks for all the hearts. Keep them coming. Really appreciate that. And like I said, I'm here every Wednesday to talk about weight loss and things you might not thought about when it comes to weight loss. So in particular, you know, like stubborn weight. Stubborn weight is something people struggle with. So you're doing all the right things. You're on a diet. Can I lose 2 stone in 6 weeks? What's stone in kilos? So 2 stone is, do you know what stone is in kilos? 2 stone. 2 stone. So you could definitely lose that many couple of kilos. Oh, okay, yes, yeah, you can. So whereabouts, it depends where you want to lose it from, and it depends what you're doing at the moment. But my biggest bit of advice if you want to lose weight quickly and healthily is to actually give up certain foods that can cause weight retention. So those foods are foods that you can be sensitive to. So 1 is gluten, 2 is soy, 3 is dairy, and 4, some people are sensitive to eggs. So those 4 foods can actually cause you to hold on to weight. So what you'll find by cutting those foods out, those main foods, replacing breakfast with a green smoothie with a bit of fat, a bit of protein, having protein and vegetables and salad, and a little bit of carb like sweet potato for lunch, and a similar thing to dinner, you can actually lose kilos quite quickly. So you can lose them sort of in a weekly, but it does depend where you hold the weight. So whereabouts do you hold the weight? Is it around your belly? Is it kind of on your arms, on your hips, on your bum? Is it in any particular place? And have you lost weight before? That would be the trick. But the first place I would go to lose weight fast is diet. And don't starve yourself. If you starve yourself, you might actually plateau. So like I said, the best way to lose weight, 2 kilos. Yeah, eat. Hi there. How's it going? Hi. Eat. Yeah, you can eat. So what days do I talk about these subjects? So it really depends. So today I'm doing the Q&A, and then when the subjects come up I might talk about them another day, or hi Miami, hi, how's it going? Or I might talk about them next Wednesday. So it really depends what subject. But today I was just asked a question, can you lose 2.5 kilos in 6 weeks? That's perfectly acceptable. You could lose, if you were heavy, you know, if you were, say, let's put out a number, if you were 65, 75 kilos, say you're 75 kilos, you could get down to 70 kilos in a few weeks, but you need to be healthy doing it. So I'm not talking about starving yourself, just having a juice diet. Whiskey is not a food. However, having said that, whiskey does have gluten in it, so if you're sensitive to gluten, don't have that. However, having said that about whiskey, it is high in antioxidants. So some people find just a tiny bit in the evening actually has helped them in terms of, you're not drinking anything else, you would just have a little bit, but it is high in antioxidants, and it can help the nervous system as well. So, but no, it's not really a food, and it's empty calories, so you wouldn't want to be eating lots as well. You want to have a healthy diet, and then maybe just a little bit, like a tiny bit of whiskey. Oh, you missed the smoothie Q&A. Oh, okay. Half a banana in my daily smoothie. So half a banana in the smoothie is fine. So with fruit, we talked about making your perfect smoothie, so balancing your smoothie. So it's really, really important. If you have too much fruit, you start the day off with way too much sugar, and it puts you on kind of like an insulin spike, and then you get hungry the rest of the day. Oh, thanks. I'm originally from the UK, but I'm actually living in Sydney at the moment, so it's a little bit of a mixed accent. So what you need to do with your smoothie is you need to add the liquid. The liquid can be anything like coconut water, almond milk, it could be coconut milk, it could be just regular filtered water. So you'd start the smoothie off with that, and then what you would do is you would add in some, just saying hi to my neighbour. She's actually a personal trainer, so I might get her on one day. She's competed in Iron Women and things like that. So what you would do is you would have the liquid, then you would add in some protein. So you could add in Great Lakes collagen protein, a clean pea protein, a clean hemp protein. You could do macadamia nut milk as well. So you've got your liquid, you've got your protein, then you need to add in some fat. So 1/4 to 1/2 of avocado, or 1/4 of a cup of coconut milk, a tablespoon of coconut oil. That's your fat. So you've got your liquid, your protein, your fat. Add a little bit of fruit, so a cup of papaya. I'm not a personal trainer. Sorry, I'm not. I was saying my neighbour is. I just saw my neighbour walk out there. I'm not a personal trainer. I'm a nutritionist. I don't have abs. And then you need to add your fruit, so a cup of pawpaw, cup of papaya, half a banana, so not too much fruit, and then tons of veg. So you could do cos lettuce, radicchio, you could do a whole cucumber, you could do 3 sticks of celery. That's how you would make your green smoothie. So you can see there's not too much sugar, there's not too much fruit, you've got fat, you've got protein, and then you've got lots of vegetables. That's your perfect breakfast, your perfect green smoothie. Then you can add other things in there. So you could add spirulina in there. Spirulina is awesome for detoxing. You could add maca powder in there to balance hormones and give you energy. You could add chlorophyll in there for detoxing, chia seeds as well. That's fantastic to keep you full and keep your energy going. So lots of things you could add. So that's what you would add into your green smoothie. Has that answered your question? I hope that's answered your question. I did put one up last week about a green smoothie. I think I've got that recorded on my Facebook page. Can you not see me? She's left for a cookie. So did that help everybody? Hemp seeds. Yep, hemp is protein. Hemp is amazing. So hemp's a really good protein. You've got a lot of omegas in there. Thanks for the hearts, guys. So yeah, you've got lots of omega fats in there. So I would definitely add hemp seeds. You can actually oh, is the connection cutting out? Ah, okay. That's very strange. Maybe there's something happening. I'll carry on for a little bit and just see how it goes. but you can use hemp powder or you can just use plain hemp seeds and just grind it down. If I have sex 9 times a week and lift weights, will you lose weight? Well, the interesting thing about sex is it does help to balance hormones, so it will help with weight loss. So yes, that is something you can do to help with weight loss, and then lifting weights to build muscle. What sex does actually is it helps to balance testosterone, and in women it also helps to balance your oxytocin levels. Oxytocin in women is an amazing way to actually lose weight. So ways to get oxytocin high in women is actually hanging around with other women, so chatting, going out for coffee, getting massages, actually having hugs, you know, sort of into contact, and even contact sports to some degree in women help to raise your oxytocin levels, and then also sex. So they're all great ways to actually do things on the side that can help you lose weight as well. So we were going to talk about, what was the other question? So the 2 stone, I answered that. I hope that helps. But yeah, it is possible to lose that. You could definitely lose 2 stone in a few weeks doing it in a healthy way. After sugar, what kind of food? After a sugary food, what kind of food would help you recover? So if you ever have sugar, you've got to have food that's going to balance your blood sugar level. So what happens when you have sugar is it spikes your blood sugar levels. It activates insulin receptors, and you're more likely to put weight on around your belly. And some women also get facial hair because of the it actually activates testosterone and androgen receptors, and some women also get actually acne as well. But if you have a sugary snack, you need to kind of balance it out and balance your blood sugar out. So you need to have protein and fat after a sugary snack. That's why kind of protein balls with a little bit of maple syrup in, they go really well if you put the fat in there. You actually put the coconut oil in, because that helps to kind of like stunt the blood sugar level as well. Anecdotal evidence, and I've seen this work, is some people say apple cider vinegar. So 2 teaspoons of apple cider vinegar actually before food helps with blood sugar levels. Another cool thing that helps with blood, this is really cool actually, another cool thing that helps with blood sugar levels, if you've had a snack, if you've eaten a lot or you've had a snack, is actually doing a bit of intense exercise. So kind of doing, you know, like star jumps like that after you've eaten. You do like 10 to 20 star jumps really fast, get the heart rate going. But what that does is it actually helps your body counteract the effects of the sugar. So it actually helps to kind of like, you've had the sugar in your body, but it brings you down. So we've got a fatty snack or a protein snack, but do that bit of exercise after. Actually, I'll give you a tip here. There's an app on your iPhone called 7-Minute Workout. My advice to you is, if you're trying to lose weight, after each meal, obviously let the meal settle down. I'm really excited about this because I just thought about this. After you let the meal settle down, do the 7-minute app workout. So do the 7-minute app workout 3 times a day. 7-minute app workout after breakfast, 7-minute work app after lunch, and then 7-minute app workout after dinner. And that's a great way if you've got blood sugar problems. You don't sound so Australian. I'm a mix. I was born in the UK and then moved over to Australia. So I've got a bit of both. I've got both passports as well. So I'm kind of half cut down the middle. But I'm in Australia at the moment. Oh, bad signal. Did you get my my tips on blood sugar? Yeah, did it cut out a lot? What I could do, I know what I'll do. I'll record this, it's recording, and then what I can do is I can pop it on my YouTube channel and you can watch it back. So I know, yeah, I'll take a note of, yeah, at Fejo. I'm just going to get your at Fejoso. I'll let you know, and what I'll do is I'll record it and I'll put it onto YouTube. Oh, you recently lost 85 pounds. How did you do it? How did you lose 85 pounds? That's awesome. Yeah, I'll do that. So at Susie G, I'll remember that as well. I'm going to write this down so I can let you know. I'll let you know on Twitter. How did you lose 85 pounds? Basically, I watched what I ate. Haha, well, like, just watched it? Did you eat it, or did you just watch it? So I did a crazy 2-week diet. What was the 2-week diet? Anything? Are protein powders safe? Then I changed my eating habits. Protein powders, eating habits. So eating habits, I'll remember the protein powders, hang on a sec. Eating habits are the biggest thing that will get that weight off. So you could exercise 3 hours a day. Some people, in fact, just intensely exercise, but they still don't lose weight. So you've got to have that diet, and you've got to have the good eating habits. Protein shake for breakfast and lunch, moderate amount of fruit, and snacks. Oh, snacks before 5 p.m. Yeah, so protein shake, so you're getting your protein, you're lowering your sugar, so you're lowering your fruit, and then you're having good protein and greens. So that's a good way to lose weight, and then some exercise as well. Coupled with that is those two things together are good. Yeah, I barely worked out. Look, this is the truth, that people can. The truth is, you can lose weight and you can build muscle even by not working out those muscles. So you can get into a state that's called high fiber. Do you suggest high fiber? I'll remember. I write everything down so I can go back to it. 80% what you eat, 20% working out. That's correct. That's so true. What we were going back to. So the fact is that if you get into ketosis, your body can actually build muscle. You can build abs, and you can build certain muscles and actually get bulk up just by getting into ketosis. Metamucil. Yeah, Metamucil is psyllium husk. It's a really good fibre for detoxing the bowel. It is rough, and the problem with Metamucil is it does have sweeteners like saccharin, so I would say use the pure psyllium husk, not the Metamucil, and it'll be cheaper too, and it doesn't taste of anything. So Metamucil does work, and protein is great for losing weight for men and women, and the reason, fibre is great, because fibre goes through the bowel, and what it does is it grabs onto all the excess estrogen in the body. And the problem men have today is there's actually too much estrogen in men's bodies due to environment, due to stress, due to diet. So if you're a guy, extra fibre helps to get that excess estrogen out. So yeah, Metamucil is good, but the psyllium husk. Protein powders. So protein powders are good. You want to have a nice clean protein powder, something like grass-fed whey from New Zealand, or how can I suppress my appetite? I'm writing that down. Grass-fed whey from New Zealand with, you don't want any fake sugars in, you don't want any nasty things in. So grass-fed whey, a nice rice protein like Sun Warrior protein, which is a fermented rice protein, or raw by Amazonia, that's a nice protein. Plain hemp protein is nice. And my favourite is collagen protein. So it's called Great Lakes collagen protein. You can buy it on iHerb, or you can buy it maybe at your local health food store, but it's pure bovine, so it's not for vegetarians. This is just you meat eaters. It's hi Italy, hi, how's it going? Thanks for the hearts. So the Great Lakes collagen, the reason I love it is because it's great for connective tissue. So it's great for all the collagen protein. It's great for your skin, great for your hair. Heals the gut. So if you've got leaky gut, if you've got a history of taking lots of antibiotic, so it's fantastic for the gut, and it helps to build muscles as well. And it's hypoallergenic, so you're not sensitive to it, not allergic to it. Some people with whey actually can cause inflammation, so you've got to be careful. So it's Great Lakes collagen protein, Sun Warrior rice protein, hemp protein, and clean whey from New Zealand. I took a protein shake for breakfast, another one for CrossFit training, and then I can take a third one. As long as it's a good protein, you can have 3 protein drinks a day. However, you have to know, just on a side note with protein, if you're in good shape, it's fine. If you're overweight, you need to be careful with protein. The reason is protein, under stressful situations, turns to glucose. So there's a process called gluconeogenesis, and if you're under a lot of stress, if you feel stressed, if your cortisol is high, or you're exercising intensely, protein can turn to glucose, which gets stored in the body as glycogen, aka fat. So if you're having weight problems, If you're fine, that's okay. If you're having any weight problems, you might be going over the top with the protein and maybe just use a little bit of fat. I would suggest try and get into ketosis 1 or 2 days a week when you're exercising, because that will actually help to detox your body from the protein as well, because protein can, you know, build up in the body a little bit. So I would say maybe have 1 morning a week go into ketosis. The best thing to suppress appetite is sort of like gum. So you can use I've forgotten the name now. The cactus. Cactus works really well. Coconut oil works really well at suppressing appetite. And then having fibre. So having fibre and being full, that's the best thing for appetite suppressant. Are you talking about hunger in the stomach, feeling hungry? Or are you talking about head hunger, like cravings and just wanting to eat sweets and that kind of thing? Because that one's head hunger. Because they're a little bit different. You've got the mindset. Yeah, so if you want to suppress your hunger in the belly, you can take cactus plant, you can take things with mucilage in, chia seed helps, fibre, psyllium husk, all of those things help. For the head, it's really difficult because it might be boredom that's causing you to eat more. It could be your blood sugar that's causing you to eat more. So that's kind of, I'm just writing a note here about head hunger. I think that would take a whole, that's actually kind of a big subject, but it's more to do with boredom. But the best thing you can do is have 3 meals a day with the right ratio of macronutrients. So you want your fat, you want your carbohydrate, you want your protein in the perfect balance for you. Go online and see if you can get this. It might be on Macola.com. I don't know where it is. I think it's free. Go online and Google metabolic typing, and there might be a questionnaire for you to fill out, and it will actually tell you from your answers what the best ratio is for you. You know, should you be having higher fat, low protein, low carb, low fat? And so work that out, because once you get that beautiful ratio of carb, protein and fat, you'll be brilliant. You won't crave food and you won't need food. How many milligrams of magnesium do we need to help sleep? And what's the best form of magnesium? Awesome question. Great question. Magnesium is such an amazing mineral. Both magnesium and calcium help you to sleep. So I would go with magnesium. You want to go with a citrate or even an amino-chelated form. So citrate or aminochelate, or that's citrate. So citrate or citrate, spelled C-I-T-R-A-T-E. And you actually don't need high dose because you can't absorb a lot of magnesium. So a lot of the doses around 500 milligrams. Some powders go up to 3 grams. I would go with a powder. I would go for about 600 milligrams of magnesium, and maybe couple it with a little, and try calcium as well. So go for kind of a calcium aminochelate form as well. Calcium calms you down. Magnesium is good for the nervous system, but calcium relaxes you. It's beautiful to actually help with sleep. So I would start with magnesium and start with around that kind of like 800 milligrams. Go with a nice powder in an amino-chelated form. Try that out. The best time to take magnesium is actually late afternoon, so around 2 or 3 o'clock, because it helps to reset your adrenals. And then what you could do is before bed, so magnesium in the afternoon, and then before bed take the calcium. And again, you don't need to take, with calcium, you would only need to take, say, 500 milligrams of calcium as well, and go for an amino-chelated form as well. Don't go for oxide, because the oxide form just sits in your body. Yeah, so I mean, in terms of the type 1 and type 2, type 1 is where you're insulin dependent, so you actually have to inject yourself. Type 2 normally happens over time due to diet, due to lifestyle. However, having said that, I have had clients who have got type 1 diabetes later in life, so insulin dependent, normally due to stress. So stress and menopause in women can cause diabetes. That is because cortisol, which is your stress hormone, governs your blood sugar. So if you get overly stressed, you start producing more, your blood sugar gets more wonky in your body, better. I'm type 1 and have so much trouble losing weight. So with type 1 diet, okay, so yeah, type 1 diet, my best advice for you is to actually try and work really carefully. Chromium is very good for diabetes, but normally when you inject insulin, you do put a bit of weight around the belly. I would actually experiment with ketosis. Experiment with, instead of using glucose for energy, use fat for energy. So maybe up your fat and go minimal carbs, but enough where you're not getting any funny dizzy spells, foggy spells, and really try and lower your sugar as much as possible. Go for 3 main meals a day and go for 2 snack meals a day, and add some Himalayan rock salt to your drinking water. Add in magnesium and add in about 400 micromilligrams of chromium, and kind of just start there. But get those 3 meals and then 2 snacks between the meals. And before you go to bed at night, maybe have a teaspoon of nut butter. Once you get into that ketosis mode, you can actually start healing. Even though you've had it for so long, it will help you shift a little bit of weight. With any blood sugar problems and with diabetes, intense exercise in the morning is more likely to make you put a bit of weight on. So you do need to be careful. So I hope that answered that question. I think I got to all the questions today. Protein powders, I think that I've done something here. I'm going to do a session maybe next week. I might focus on appetite suppressants, actually some brands. Is there anywhere that what country are you in? And I can have a look at brands, see what you've got. Do a little bit of research. That would be cool. iHerb's a good place to buy things. Alright, well sorry that it was cutting out. I'm going to pop this on YouTube, so if you want to get that bit before about green smoothies and that kind of thing, just go onto my YouTube account, at Naomi Judge. You can also see me on Facebook, naomijudgenaturopath.com, and there's 2 of you I'm going to connect with, and just so you get a copy of this. So thanks for everything today, guys. Really enjoyed that. I love it when there's lots of questions. Think of more cool questions next week, and we'll try and get through them. So have a great day, and for those that it's not quite Wednesday yet, have a good Thursday night. Bye. Bye.